making some improvements. I don't like this. It's got me cut off. Can you see my hand over here? How many fingers am I holding up? Nobody's even there. What's going on? Why is all this stuff here? I don't like all this stuff here. No, I don't want to do that. What the hell's this? I don't know what any of that means. Okay, so they made a small improvement, and then another thing I don't really like. Hey, what's up, Aiden? What's happening, man? Was hoping maybe somebody. What's up, Dan Z? All right, so I haven't been live in a while. I just thought I'd say hello. Don't worry, I have no. I'm not going to talk. I'm not here to talk about Phish retirement. I come in peace. Although it seems people come around, you know, there are more people out there that agree with me than that first showed their face. And someone did find the quote. It did come from a Sirius XM interview. And then Trey, in a follow-up interview more recently, said that, just basically in paraphrasing, that he feels blessed to be playing music with these guys, and that it's not going to last much longer, and that he's just going to embrace every single moment of it. So something like that, you know. So okay, that's enough. That's all I'll say about that. Hey, what's up, Spud? Oh yeah, I was gonna put this here in front of me too, so it'll be a little easier to follow the chat. Hey, what's up, Joe? Spud, Abe, what's happening? I don't know why the thumbnail was sideways like that. I don't know. I can't quite. All right, got the live chat. Well, in case Woody B starts showing up and goes all caps on us, he won't get overlooked. Ah, that was your first show, Tim? 1988, Greenville, South Carolina. Hey, what's up, Otter Creek? Merriweather's due, I agree. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Always good when a Kevin agrees. Hey, what's up, Mrs. Spud, Super Bon Bon? I went back, I was so confused why you thought that you were the problem, Super Bon Bon. But then I saw you mention the Rolling Stones in your comment. But no, I don't know. I didn't even realize that. I did not make the connection. I just saw a few people mention the Rolling Stones, and I thought they were a whole different animal. So sorry if you took that as like, oh, wow, shit. I didn't mean to stir him up. You did not. I have not seen a show at MSG, live in person, that is. I mean, I imagine I would think it was pretty cool. But maybe not. I might be just stressed out the entire show, being like, oh my God, how do I get out of here? Where was my hotel? What do people do? Do people take cabs? Do they get on the subway? I've never been on a subway in New York. That's the type of stuff that would probably be going through my head. Now, I've had people offer, and I probably should have taken them up on it. They're like, dude, just get here. Like, I live somewhat close to New York. I have a ticket. You can stay with me. You can ride with us. And I should have taken people up on that offer, because that sounds pretty awesome. Basically, someone just chauffeuring me through the whole New York City experience. I don't have to worry about getting lost or just overwhelmed by the size and the amount of people and everything. So go Irish. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm not 100% confident, but I never am. Hey, what's up from Knoxville? Hey, what's up, Truncated Slate? Oh, I was going to say, I thought you changed your logo there on me. You did not. Ooh, you caught a China doll out of there. Hey, what's up, Mr. Radstone? Hey, what's up, dude? I know there's a lot. I know. That's all I've been consuming too, Steely Matt. Mostly people talking about Ohio State and Notre Dame, watching some of those abbreviated Notre Dame games. Boy, you watch a 30-minute Notre Dame game, supposedly highlights. Their offense doesn't really scare anybody. Oh, it was smaller than you expected, huh? Interesting. Yeah, I say it does look quite grand from home. See, there you go, Professor Joe making the offer now. I should take you up on that. I'm sure they'll be back there at the end of this year. Maybe they'll even do a residency again at some point. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be back to Deer Creek, Otter Creek. If not this summer, they'll be back there. Go Bucks. Yeah, you gotta, and I still feel like they owe Wilmington, right? Boom, you too, Steely Matt. You're the man. I appreciate it, Game Boy. Yeah, you know that. Hey, look, when they announced they were quitting in '04, it was like a gut punch to me. So if people got alarmed and thought I said they were retiring, I don't, I could see why they'd feel a little attacked. IO, Noogie. Halloween at the Sphere? You think so? I saw Kenny Chesney, I believe, is playing the Sphere soon. I would say Ambrose is probably my favorite member of King Gizzard. It's so tough, though. Then closely followed by Joey, then Cavs, then Stu, then Luke, then Cookie. Cookie's my least favorite. But I would say Ambrose, he's just so electric, He's such a performer. But then Stu is just like the creative genius. No, I mean, not that the rest of them aren't. Cavs, so they're all so amazing, really. I pick on Cookie just because, I don't even know why, just because he's Cookie. I told my wife one time, I was like, look at that guy. He's such a dirt bag. And she was like, I know, he looks like a total dirt bag. And then I got offended. I was like, well, I was just kidding. He's not really a dirt bag. Hey, if I'm going to die anywhere, a Chinatown bus sounds not bad, Joe. Man, I watched too much, way too much California fire devastation. Just like personal stories from people. One guy, it was tough because like he fancied himself as a little video maker, and it started out with just high winds, and he was like, "Oh, this will be fun and exciting, I'll get my gear out and start filming." And then they lose power, and then you could tell he was still really excited to bust out his power packs and his ring light, and man, the whole thing ended with him having nothing, just nothing, man. Him and his wife and his young daughter. I mean, he was just so like the first half of the video, he's in such a good mood and he's so excited about making the video, and then he starts to get a little concerned when they see the fires, and in the middle of the night, they're like, "Man, we got to get out of here." And there's a couple of parts like early in the video, he makes a joke about his grandma's lemon tree, how he's needed to trim it, but now with all this wind, he's like, I guess maybe I don't need to now. And then there's also the swing. Like his daughter's like a teenager in the video, but I'm imagining he put that swing up when she was like a little girl, and it was getting blown everywhere. And he was like, "Yeah, the swing's holding up. We might have to rebuild stronger when this is all over." Not knowing. But then, man, you get to the end of the video, and the swing was still there, but the tree was just completely burnt. The swing was all singed. The lemon tree was just down to just bare, like its structure, and then a bunch of just burned lemons on the ground. Man, it was horrible. Oh, wow, Joe, you had a student lose their house. Oh, man. Like, yeah, it's one thing when you hear about like Billy Crystal or Mel Gibson or somebody, you're probably like, oh, they'll be fine. They'll be all right. But just some of these people are not going to be all right, man. Just sucks. Just sucks. Um, Man. And then just some of the visual images of like the fire and the wind, like, it's not, I don't want, not, I don't want, I feel weird being like, like, whoa, that is so cool. But it's kind of crazy, right? It's just a shame that there's so much devastation along with it. I don't know. I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but if I'm not watching Ohio State stuff, I'm watching people's lives be destroyed here on YouTube. Go Bucks. Then Mary and I, man, I thank God, I started laughing. I was like almost in tears watching this mom, a chaplain and an officer were telling this mom that her son was killed in a car accident. And, she reacts how a mother would react when you tell her son's been killed. And right as I'm about, it was just almost too much for me, man. I thought I was going to start crying. The host of the show on this fucking YouTube news channel comes back. She was like, "That's what we're all about on this channel." I was just like, Jesus, what? Showing the worst moments of people's lives is what you're all about? Subscribed. It was absolutely crazy. You're right. All right, so where were we? The Primus guitarist, man. Yeah, now there's a guy who you know, at a quick glance, you might be like, oh, he's in a big rock band. He'll be fine. But I doubt it, man. I doubt if the guitar player in Primus is going to be fine. I mean, not that he's going to be homeless for the rest of his life or whatever, but I'm sure he had a pretty cool place there and was probably really enjoying his life. Sorry, Thomas. I know. It shouldn't be, but that's what I've been watching. It's like, damn. I don't know why I called this a member live. I changed my mind. I think at first it was going to be a member live, and then I was like, maybe not. T2? I guess I'm, was there parts like that in T2? Or you mean you're just like where it was filmed? Or was there a part where there was like fire and wind? I'm not remembering that. I don't know that I've ever cried at a Phish song. Maybe the closest was, I'm not telling you guys that. I ain't never cried at no Phish song. You know, maybe when I was at Coventry watching at the theater. I might have cried then when Paige was crying, everybody was crying. Yeah, I guess how the hell do I not remember the firestorm in Terminator 2? Is it like when they, man, I remember all the molten steel that they dumped on him. And then I remember, that's what I'm saying, Otter Creek. I'm going to be crying a new Phish song. Who do you think it was, Life Boy or something? First time I heard Slave to the Traffic Light as a married man. Pfft, nah, that was not it. I assure you. No kidding, Martin? I remember, now it's the complete opposite of, well, it's not crying, but I remember I was driving about a month ago and I was listening to the King Gizzard Newport show, and then I just like, somehow I was like taken back there for a moment. I started getting goosebumps. Trevor. I don't even really know anybody in Goose other than Trevor. Pete, but I'm not I think Pete's like the main guy, right? Or is Pete the other guy that plays guitar and keys? Probably Trevor, though. I don't know the new drummer. I hear he's good, though. Yeah, if anybody in the band was going to make me cry, it would probably be Paige. You cried at the end of her Duran Duran show. Interesting. You think Waste is? I don't know if Waste is anymore. That might be too cliche. It might be something that surprises you. Rick. Okay, Rick. Who did I say? Pete? Pete is somebody in the band, though, right? Rick's the main guy, though. All right, you're right. I remember really loving my first Lizards. Yep. Being like, yes, they're finally playing it. All right, Pete's the other guy. The sweet mustache. A couple of them got a sweet mustache. You cried during Manteca? Hell yeah. I almost cried when they played Friday in Philadelphia. The main guy looks like an actual goose. No, Panic never has. Although it was kind of heavy seeing him at the very first Bonnaroo. Although I was not really a fan, that was kind of my introduction to Panic, the very first Bonnaroo, and Hauser was basically near the very end. So I imagine if I was a big Panic fan and he was up there sitting on a stool playing some of his last shows. I don't watch those reaction videos. Nah, I mean, I don't know if I've ever actually seen a Phish first time reaction, but I have seen some. Like different variations of something Phish, or obviously tons of different reaction videos, but yeah, Fred McGriff did have a killer stash. Yeah, I like the Kitchen Dwellers a lot. I haven't been listening to them as much these days, but I will definitely go see them at some point, I hope. You know, I don't. Thomas. I was just talking to Mary earlier about all the favorites this week, and one of them, man, the Chiefs, the Eagles, the Ravens. I feel, man, the Lions. The Lions play the Rams, right? Just the Chiefs have gotten by on this by the skin of their teeth so many times. One of those favorites is going down, but that's about all I got. Hey, what's up, Jay? That'd be pretty cool, Game Boy. Ween's just okay. I'm not like a super Ween fan, but I don't hate him or anything. Yeah, I've heard of Trampled by Turtles, actually. Yeah, JC. I would imagine it would have been much tougher if I was a big fan at the time. Yeah, I'd be happy if the Chiefs lost too. Yeah, I don't know why. I changed my mind in the middle of it, Matt. I was like, I'll go live for members, but then I don't have a ton of members, and I never have like worked out a good time. Um, so I just decided to do it this way. I don't know what happened with the thumbnail. Eagles, Eagles. The go Bucks, IO. Yeah, well, I'd rather see the Browns than the Vikings, but at least the Vikings have been to them. We're going to get it in a couple days, Noogie. I think by Monday it's going to be below zero. Yeah, there's a Ween show, I guess, like an officially released Ween show here on YouTube. Somebody talked me into watching a while back. It's all right. There was some stuff I did really like, but oh yeah, I'm real pumped. Trying not to get too excited, Skinner, but I'm pumped for sure. What's up, Jamin Music Man? Yeah, if you get a chance to see Billy, I would for sure. And I saw him on Halloween in Asheville a few years ago. It was awesome. Ballard survives again. Man, it looks like the Browns front office is going to survive. Ween and Parsley, okay. Yeah, Mexico right around the corner. It's today was okay, jamming music, man. You know, we got a bunch of snow still left over from last week, and then it got down to like 0 degrees. And then but yesterday and today much nicer, like 30 and sunny. And then by Monday it's supposed to be down below zero again. We might get some rain tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get rid of all the snow and ice. My back porch is still covered in ice. It didn't catch the benefit of the snow, the sun, really. That might be the one I watched, Martin. That might be the one I watched, if that's the officially released one, and it's here on YouTube. Turn that sucker off behind me, getting a little warm. I've never seen Clutch. No, I have not, but I hear they're great live. I've heard a little bit of the OCs. I have, but not. I haven't went too deep. Oh, that sucks, Matthew. You got bipolar weather in Georgia? Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, you guys got some cold, even a little bit of ice, right? Probably the coldest I've ever. I remember a couple of years ago, my phone said it's like it was minus 13, feels like minus 30 or something. That's about the coldest I recall. Yeah, I mean, if you're not out in it real long, like I walked out to the car earlier the other day in a t-shirt. It was like 17 degrees, and I had on a pair of pants, t-shirt, threw on some shoes, and walked out to the car. It's pretty cold. You know, I wouldn't recommend staying out there and doing stuff, but if you're just out in it for a few moments, like coaching a football game in shorts, I wouldn't recommend that. But yeah, roses are free. I like both bands' versions, really. Boy, I'm starting to lose track. You guys are too many of you here talking. Oh yeah, Willie, I'm gonna watch. I always do, especially the pay-per-views I watch. Holding up phones at shows, I don't know. Like, it's not the same as a lighter. I've never held up a phone at a show. I did probably at some point hold up a Bic lighter, but I'm not into holding up the phones. It just isn't the same. I mean, I guess if you're at like a big stadium, I think maybe at one of the football games recently, there's about 60,000 people busted out their phone. It looks cool. I got Islam and unfortunately Umar and probably Rainier de Reader. I hate to pick against Kevin Holland because his name's Kevin. What are some of the other interesting ones on there? Probably Aileen Perez, just so she can twerk again. She's very motivated by the twerking. I will, Matt. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, he's sleeping right here. He got up and moved on me. He's not sleeping right there. Yeah, the Bics do get hot. Yeah, Islam seems unbeatable right now. He does. Islam Makhachev. Sucks for Armin, too, because if just about everybody else, Armin would probably beat, except for the guy who happens to be the champ right now. And I like Marab. I hate watching Marab in interviews, though. I can't listen to him talk anymore in interviews, man. I just can't. Just goes on and on. He's saying a bunch of stuff. It's like, come on, dude, get over it. But I'll be rooting for him in the fight, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, for Bob Uecker. I know that sucks Bob Uecker died. Just a bit outside. Mary asked me who Bob Uecker was, and I was like, just a bit outside. She still didn't know, so then I showed her a picture, and she's like, oh, I know that guy. Probably from the Miller Lite ads, I'm guessing. I don't know. Can't believe she doesn't know Major League. It's a shame. She doesn't know that movie real well. She's aware of the movie. Yeah, I know. I saw that about David Lynch. The guy that I always get confused with that other David. Another good director. Lynch was the weird one, though. The other guy, less weird, I believe. If Joe LaRocca, if you're still here, can you confirm that? David Lynch was the weird one. David Fincher, I believe, just good, less weird. Okay, yeah. You guys agree. Mulholland Drive, probably, he did. I think the most recent Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I never got that either, LaGuardo. I don't know why I threw an R in your name. LaGuido. Big picture thoughts for Mexico. You know, last year was a game changer. I always thought Mexico was just like, it's more about the experience of being there, and then there's going to be some Phish shows. It's not really. But then last year, man, those were some really good shows. That Chalk Dust was one of the best things they laid down in a while. All year, this decade. So I would say it's to be taken seriously. Now, maybe not get as excited as like an MSG run or a Halloween run or something, but you know what? I used to have the Lost Highway soundtrack back in the CD days. Listened to that thing in my car a lot. Even the weird the Marilyn Manson stuff I even got into. I think maybe Trent Reznor had some stuff on there. Yeah, right, Otter Creek? Up your butt, Jabu. Like, if I say that, she has no idea what I'm talking about. I love peanut butter. More than jelly, probably. I know, it's kind of the era of facial hair has come back. Although these guys' mustaches now, they're not serious, you know? They're all just purposely looking goofy with their mustache. In the 80s, guys just had a mustache because they were men. Playing baseball. Drinking beer. Probably not even using steroids, you know? You notice Canseco didn't have a mustache in the 80s. Yeah, kids with mustaches is pretty. I had a kid, and I am not fucking kidding you. In 4th grade, this kid, Joey Johnson, had a mustache. 4th fucking grade. I'm serious. Now, his mom was a palm reader, and he got held back a couple of times because he never came to school. It's so weird. The kid never came to school. His mom, I don't know what his dad did. I can't imagine his mom really made a great living with the palm reading, but maybe. But anyhow, Joey never came to school. So, okay, he should have probably been in sixth grade, but he wasn't. He was in fourth grade with me and my friends, and he had a fucking mustache, and he would show up to school like 5 days a year. He always looked so tired. It's unbelievable. She was what Lily thinks. She's a psychic of some sort. Dude, speaking of psychics, listen to this. You guys, this is going to be the best information you've heard on this stream. I was listening to this, like some true crime story, and they were talking to a juror, and the juror was like, they found out that somebody else got out of duty by saying he has psychic powers. They immediately dismissed him as soon as he said he had psychic powers. I'm like, damn it, I'm using that one. If I ever get called, I'm using that one. If it even gets close, I'm going to tell if I get a chance to talk to the prosecutor, I'm going to be like, I got you. I think I can help you out with this one, boss. I got psychic powers. I think it'll be like, he's out of here. I think even like you don't even fill out a form anymore. They just call you. Right? Telling you guys, do it. If you ever get jammed up with jury duty, tell them you got psychic powers. There is no chance in hell. Even if they think, he's full of crap, he's just trying to get out of this. They can't play. They got to dismiss you. Right? Hey, you guys agree? Guy was a genius. The thing is, he might not have been doing it to get out of jury duty. He might have been serious. I bet you would. As a defense attorney, you probably would love to have a psychic on the panel. Man, my wife does not understand defense attorneys. I try to tell her, like, look, I heard a defense attorney one time say, like, if you're defending a guy that you know's guilty and he's done something awful, because someday you might have a guy who's not guilty, so you have to go to trial and defend that guy with everything you have, because someday there's going to be an innocent person there and you want the experience of just trying to get a guy off. I was like, you know what? I get that. I get it. Didn't want no potheads on the case, huh? Damn, why? What was wrong with that? Might have been a little too open-minded or something. Yeah, I agree too, Thomas. Yep. This case, Thomas, have you ever heard of a case where a guy, he's arrested, obviously not convicted yet, but he was held in a prison while he was awaiting trial? They said it was for his own safety. Like if they just put him in a local jail, they were like, we can't guarantee we can keep him safe. And the prisons are more equipped to keep him safe. And then when he was in prison, he was pretty much kept, as the defense put it, in solitary confinement, which wasn't necessarily true. He was kept alone, but what do you think of that? Have you ever heard of that? I mean, that seemed a little, I get it on one hand, but I just all along, I was like, boy, I don't like the fact that he's in a prison right now and he hasn't been convicted of a damn thing. I was pretty sure all along he did it. Yeah, there you go, Dave. Later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's exactly what this was. It was a very small town where lots of people were not going to be happy with this guy. No kidding, Abe. Is that right? Galveston Wookerton. Yeah, I don't know. I never knew much about Joey's actual father or his godfather for that matter, but I knew about the mom. Why was he always tired, you think? You think it was the neon lights? I swear her palm reading place was open 24/7 with those neon lights, and it appeared they lived there. You think it was the neon lights that kept him up all night? Why do you have that mustache so young, too? You were in jail with Stephen? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Braves pitcher for a minute. To me, Stephen Avery's still the pitcher for the Braves. But I know who Stephen Avery is. I know both Steve Averys. The one from Netflix fame and the Atlanta Braves. And pitched for the Reds for a minute. Maybe that's it. You might be right, Frank Lloyd Wrong. You might be onto something. I felt like maybe he was about 11 or 12, probably. He's probably about 12. Never came to school. I never understood, like, wait a minute, how did he even get this far? Maybe like first, second, and third grade, he came to school a lot. This is fourth grade, he had trouble. Never, ever came. He was lethal. Yep, and a lefty. Oh, you didn't know who he was? Well, maybe back then he wasn't famous yet. Infamous. It did. It did come early. We haven't, well, we're not talking about Raleigh Fingers, but he was kind of the man. Decent. We were talking about Steve Avery, but the pitcher, Steve Avery. Noogie, you'll appreciate this. My friends that live up there in Wisconsin, they always ask me to pronounce towns or county, and one of them, I was like, Waukesha? Turns out, I guess it's Waukesha. Looked like Waukesha to me. They knew I was going to say Waukesha. I have Chubbs. I have seen that. It's pretty good. A friend, I would say. Just a friend from high school. He got into before me. He was always listening to them. And then just through association, I heard them a lot, and eventually it wore me down. Kind of the Hoist album, 7/16/94. Seeing lots of jam bands at the first Bonnaroo. There's a bunch of things kind of contributed. Boom. Catch you later, Super Bon Bon. Super Bon Bon Bon. Super Bon Bon. Ooh, the Cavs got smoked. Yeah, they were playing at Oklahoma City. They beat them last time, though. That's not too surprising, but damn. Well, no. Well, the asthmatic cat's not in here. You gotta get in when you can. I guess I did a shift one time. All right. I did a shift at a fried chicken place. Doc Ellis style. I didn't make it through the whole shift. I bailed. Hey, what's up, Larry Rules? I wonder what's up with old Joey these days. What's weird is I live not far from another one. Down the road a little better. I guess it's that way. They're big here, and I'm surprised Mary hasn't went over there. She probably does. I just haven't heard about it. No, you can't do the Doc Ellis shift. I don't have plans right now, Larry Rules, but maybe. We'll see. It's coming. It's coming, truncated sleigh. Dun, dun, dun. One guy got a kick out of my comparison to Aaron Rodgers. I was like, Phish doesn't want to become Aaron Rodgers. I think I did mostly like a whole day, like after lunch one time. Just seemed like it was like took forever though. And then in between classes, oh man, it was so chaotic because you'd be in pretty much this quiet room. And then you would just go out into the hallways and like total chaos for 3 minutes in between classes, everybody going to their lockers and all that. A-Rod. Boy, I sure hope he better not end up in Cleveland next year. I know Trey loves Nick Mangold, doesn't he? Dayton boy. Man, that's why Trey loves Dayton so much. I don't know that he loves Dayton, but they come here sometimes. I bet you did, Chubbs. Yep, my first job, like a lot of people, Dave, was fast food, chicken. I don't know, Larry. I don't know. Probably, though. They'll probably draft whatever quarterback doesn't go number one. And most people seem to think that these guys aren't the answer. It is, Spud. Ooh, the Boulder rumor. Dogtown. Here, Boulder's a big dog town. Everybody loves dogs in Boulder. I don't want him in Cleveland either. I think the owner might just eat it. And the good news is every year the salary cap keeps going up, so he's not as much of a problem. And he has restructured his deal one time. So it's not hurting the team now as much as it appears. They can go out and get another quarterback. And I mean, the owner could, he probably doesn't want to eat it, but technically they could just tell him to hit the road and pay him. I mean, he's obviously done. So I don't know. I don't know what they do next year. And then some of the names that have been thrown around, Cousins, maybe Sam Darnold could be available. I don't know. I don't like a lot of the names that are out there. And I just don't trust the Browns to like find a sort of diamond in the rough sort of deal, get a quarterback in the 3rd through 5th round who turns out to be really good. I would rather the Browns take Travis Hunter. They could always use another cornerback, and then look, he can play a little slot receiver too. I don't think he can play full time both ways, but I think he could play full time corner and a little bit of slot, and somehow miraculously that sort of fills 2 needs. I don't know, man. Rodgers, I hope he doesn't end up on the Browns, but it seems like he kind of wants to play again, but he also knows, like, maybe I just suck now. Maybe I'm just too old, Still has a sense of humor. He said he will not need a darkness retreat this time to decide. Dayton 97. While I was at 2017, I can't deny 97 was pretty amazing. Hey, Jacoby Brissett's one of them guys, right? Over the last handful of quarterbacks the Browns have, he was probably my favorite. Boom. Later, Nugs. Have a good one. I got into the hype for like 5 minutes, and I was like, dude, this guy's not going to be good. Those guys are never good. He's small. He doesn't have a lot of experience in college. He depends on mobility. Just like everything about him seemed wrong. But yeah, for a few minutes, I got caught up in the hype. I did a video, and I think in the video, like I'm reacting as he gets drafted. I was like, at some point, one of these quarterbacks has to be good, right? Nope, not him. I know, Cousins. Oh, come on, Brett. Joey gets the job done. Oh, I happen to know a guy from there. That's all. I just kind of picked that city because I figured Boston was wasn't funny enough. I wanted to pick a town, a little bit of an obscure but a known town, a little bit, a little bit on the higher class side. So that's why I chose Somerville and how I know Somerville. I knew that it was a nice area, but it's not a major city. That's all. I don't really know the ins and outs of all these cities over there, but I did happen to know that one. Seems like a town where they drink cold brew, right, Cinnamon? Cinnamon was asking how the hell I knew about Somerville. Whoa. Ah, cool, man. That's a pretty cool story. Try Elliot. You and yeah, don't ever feel bad about it. I know I see some people like it's almost like they're a little bit embarrassed to admit they're a new fan or something. That's all right. It doesn't matter. It's not your fault. You had never heard of them before. It's not like, they're the biggest band in the world. They're kind of hidden. They're kind of a secret, which is good. Cool, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. I've never been to Nectars. No, I have not. I haven't really been. What's the Philadelphia? I guess is probably the most East Coast I've been. Ocean City. I don't know if people even consider that really. It's not Northeast, is it? Philadelphia, though. I don't even know if that's considered the Northeast. It's right on the line, right? Is Philadelphia considered the Northeast? Ocean City, I guess, is just East Coast. Occasionally, when I say Ohio, I say East Coast, but I'm meaning East Coast time zone when I say that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they don't hit Florida more often. I mean, they do Tennessee and Georgia, but okay. He says Philly is Northeast. All right, I thought so. No way, man. Oh, I thought you meant actual bacon. I thought you were saying like cancel bacon, man. I haven't seen old Bacon Man in a while. Is he still out there? I never had a problem with Bacon Man, as much as he got mad at me, but I thought he was an eclectic fella. I don't have a bacon suit, but I mean, it really is. What am I doing any other than the bacon suit? Maybe we're about the same guy. All right, maybe not. Maybe that's not true. Boy, he got mad at me though. I couldn't even watch. I started to watch and I was like, oh boy, I don't want to watch this. You guys don't know who Bacon Man is. He's another guy that did some Phish recaps. And I don't even know why he got mad at me. Don't worry about it. I said something stupid. He should have got mad, but maybe not that mad. He should have talked to me and been like, dude, what's up? Doesn't seem like you. Where are we at here? 42 minutes. Wow. All right. Not bad. Not bad. That kind of flew by. Well, cool. I'm sure I missed a lot. And if you're a person that I missed, Red Bank, New Jersey, you've been seeing drones, dude. Hey, what's up, Clay? What's happening? That'd be awesome, man, if you guys do make it and play in Dayton next year, Clay. I will definitely come check that out. A new younger band there, as you can see, Inpatient. I like that name too, Inpatient. I know. Yeah, Otter Creek. It was a little too much, right? That's what I heard. Um, and by time I heard that video got sent to me, I had heard from plenty of people. Boom. Look at all these guys. Look at all you guys saying hi to each other. What's up, man? Everybody in the chat saying, hey, I like it. Hey, what's up, Mike Scrooven? What's up, chat? I see a lot of people say that. What's up, chat? So I'm like, one guy was like, there's nobody there yet. At least I got some people here right now chatting. Now, this one is always a little bit embarrassing to say. Polaris 99 was my first show, and it somehow didn't get me. Took until Cincinnati 03. I know I got a 4-song second set, not long after being like, dang, they're cowards. I mean, I was joking a little bit, but I really did mean the days of them playing 4-song second sets were over. Then I went on to call them cowards and say they don't have the guts to do it anymore and all this stuff. But really, my point was just like, it seems like anytime, hey, what's up, Stavely? Anytime they would get deep into a set, like if the first 2 or 3 songs ate up 50 minutes, they would then just start busting off 7-minute rock songs. But then, hey, man, at Deer Creek, they decided to go Split Open and Melt and really give it the treatment. I mean, they could have busted off 3 songs right then, like a Cavern, Waste, Julius or something. You know what I mean? I don't know, but that was pretty cool, Truncated Sleigh. I believe my second 4-song set. I believe I got one. Now I'm going to have to look. I might have just lied to you guys. I'll have to take a look at my shows. I'll take a look at here at my shows on .net, and we'll end this. Where's my shows? Upcoming shows. Let's see. So first I'm going to check this Alpine 04. Was that a 4-song set? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, 6. Well, then what about one of these Deer Creek 03s? You know what? I'm probably at the point where I'm going to have to admit that was my first. No. I feel like one of those Deer Creek 03s. Boy, one of those sets was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a 5-song set at Deer Creek in 03. One of those songs being Friday. Melt Free Friday, Lizard, Walls of the Cave. So that was the one I was thinking of. It's close, but no deal. Yeah, and then definitely not anytime since they've been back. Any shows here that I can't really remember? I remember both of those. The returning shows, and when they in 2009, I always forget. The actually June 20th and 21st of '09 at Alpine. Those are pretty forgettable shows. I remember going back to Cincinnati in the winter of '09, and it feels like those were the first shows back for me, but that wasn't true. I actually saw them twice that summer at Alpine. I think they played in Avenue Malcanu one night. I remember that. That must have been night 2. Nah. Where was I? '09 Alpine. Night 2. Silent in the Morning. Yeah, there it was. Yep. That show got a 4.0. Cross-Eyed and Piper were jam charted. Yeah, just don't remember much about this show. Opened with Brother, June 21st, '09, Alpine. I did remember the Avenue Malcanu. That's probably my first one ever. The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday. But other than that, I remember the 2 shows at Cincinnati that winter. I remember the Blossom show in 2010. That was the show that I ended up taking a big break. From Blossom 2010, I did not go back until Oak Mountain of 2014. So 11, 12, and 13, no shows. And it wasn't that I thought that show at Blossom in 2010 was so bad. It's just that by that point, all of my friends from '03 were no longer going to shows, and the show wasn't awesome, I'll say. And the 4 previous shows that I had seen the winter and summer before, none of them really blew me away. And it wasn't I'll wait a couple of years until they're back. It was really the stuff in 2013, because I was never fully 100% out of the circle. I still did follow some people at Phish related on social media. Stuff would pop up on YouTube, and the Tahoe Tweezer, obviously, in 2013 got my attention. And then that summer, I was like, I have absolutely nothing to do this summer when I'm off work, and I just feel like going somewhere. I don't want to just hang around town. I don't want to do a staycation. I want to go to Pelham, Alabama, and Alpharetta, Georgia. Although I hadn't planned on doing Alpharetta, but then I was like, my friend was like, well, hell, you're driving all the way to Pelham. Why wouldn't you go to Alpharetta the next night? And I was like, all right, I will, if you insist. Chilling, Thrilling show, The Fall of 14. That's one of my favorites ever. I mean, it's a Halloween show, right? I don't know if I've ever. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I've ever seen. I've seen several bands at the Nutter Center. I was about to say I don't know if I've ever seen Phish and another band at the same venue. Most of the Phish venues I've seen them at are far away, so I'm not really going to East Troy, Wisconsin to see many other bands. Yeah, maybe someday I'll go up there to see King Gizzard. All right, so that about ends it. I've talked enough. I didn't pay much attention to you guys the last 10 minutes or so, but thank you all for hanging out and coming in. Oh, you saw me at MPP? That would have been, 2018, Mike's Groovin'? Rained a lot. The real rainy show. You weren't the guy I gave a heads up to on a poncho, were you? Some guy was like desperately looking for a poncho. And I was like, yo, man, that guy down there's got ponchos. And he started to thank me. And then he did a double take. And he was like, oh, wow, I know you. You're the YouTube guy, man. Thanks. I was like, well, cool. That guy probably has a good story for his friends. He could be like, dude, I scored a poncho. The YouTube guy pointed me in the right direction. Boom. We're out of here. Chilling Thrilling was extra cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, Spud. You knew the album. See, I was like, I didn't know it to where I was aware of like, I kind of remember this thing, but I had no idea what to expect. I was blown away. It unfortunately was a Sears poncho. There's a Sears right there by Merriweather. I don't know if you've been to Merriweather, you know. Boom, we're at it. Oh, look who showed up. Look who showed up to end the stream. Dude, he always tries to knock his picture off the wall. What are you doing here, bud? Uh-oh. Butthole, cat butthole. Always a good way to end a stream. Oh, now he's going to fuck with the Dick's light. Oh, there he goes. He's going for his picture. He's eyeballing it. He's like, who's this stupid cat looking at me? You better not be fucking with the New Year's Eve whiteboard. Saving that. It's my retirement. The year they played Pillow Jets on New Year's Eve. All right, guys. Boom. We're out of here. I love you. Sorry if I missed you. And the stream was the cat's ass. That's right, Cosmic Debris. Who you jiving with that Cosmic Debris?